everyone. I'm BB, Behavior Intervention Specialist for the Cochise County School Superintendent's Office. And today we're here at the local co-op and we're going to learn more about what they do and how they connect local farmers with our schools here in the county. So let's go check them out.
Hi, my name is John Benedict. I'm the current CEO of the local co-op. I'm also the owner-operator of Desert Sky Produce, a small-scale organic produce farm right here in McNeil, Arizona. And what got me into farming was a complete accident. I came out here and had never farmed before. And basically, after a year, I went completely broke. So after going broke, I had to go to a food bank to get help with food service. And after going to that food bank, I actually stumbled onto a woman whose family owned a farm, and in my search for work, I ended up working on a farm. I went out there my first day, I worked 3 hours seeding watermelons, and I never stopped from there. So from that first day in 2019, working on a farm, by November of 2020, I started my own farm, and here we are almost 5 years later.
Hi, my name is Jillian Morhowitz. I am the COO of the local co-op. I live in Douglas, Arizona. And what personally got me interested in farming, I think I always really loved growing. I grew up gardening with my mom. I had lived in New York for a really, really long time, so there's always a lack of things growing unless you go to the park and see the trees. But I had always dreamt about being a part of a group of people who grew their own food, even in a big city. But when I came out to Arizona to visit some friends, I just fell in love with this place down here in Cochise County. And after moving out here, I met John at the farmer's market, who was already growing food. And he had invited me to be a part of a gardening program up in Elfrida. And that's where I started to learn how to grow food in a different way, other than, our sweet little garden beds, more like row cropping. And the longer I stayed here, the more farmers I met and the more I got to see different styles of farming and have different experiences, and it just took off from there. So I was apprenticing with Desert Sky Produce, and I had the opportunity to immerse myself in farming and learn and grow and experiment and make mistakes during that time, but did pretty good job growing a lot of produce. And instead of trying to travel really far all the way to Tucson to sell our produce, we sold it locally here at the Bisbee Community Market. And the idea of just being able to share what we're growing to our local community is what the local co-op is today. So instead of trying to export everything that we grow, we try to keep it here and make our fruits and vegetables more accessible to our community members. So the Cochise Mobile Market right now is going to the Benson Hospital on Monday mornings, afternoons, and we stop by the Tombstone Senior Center in the evening. And on Fridays, we are going to Douglas for produce prescription programs. And so people a little bit further out of our zone here in McNeil get to have access and shop all of the local produce that's being produced out here. And it's been really exciting. It's been really fun. I think the people who are a little bit further from us really appreciate all the varieties of fruits and vegetables, being able to try local meats, local milk, eggs, and all of the locally produced even grocery items that we have, like honey and spices that we've grown, made from our own vegetables. So it's been really fun. I am excited about the upcoming year. We will be taking the bus to the schools and doing a little shopping experience for the kids. bringing them recipes, seasonal recipes, introducing them to the different fruits and vegetables of the season, and I'm really excited for them to have this experience.
So the Cochise Farm to School program was started out of a complete necessity. 2 years ago when we first started the co-op, we tried doing farm to school with individual districts and completely struck out. So coming into this year, this summer, we decided the best approach would be to go countywide. And to do that, we found it to be essential to partner with the county government. We went to Barb Lang, the health director, who took us to Dr. Jackie Clay, our county school superintendent. And she was really the catalyst behind us getting this together in a countywide sense. Our goals are to be able to service all 27 districts. And right now, I believe we're up to 7 of them, and we're slowly adopting districts as we go. We believe farm to school to be incredibly important in Cochise County because we are an agriculture community. Not only that do we have the food here, not only do we have the background, but childhood nutrition is also one of those things that's extremely important. I believe in Cochise County, we see almost 40% of children are either obese or trending towards obesity. So this is one of those things where, as a community of farmers, we can immediately step in and solve this issue.
The farmers play a huge role in this, in that we wouldn't be able to deliver fresh, locally produced food to the schools if it weren't for them. I think what makes this program incredible is that not only are we able to introduce the kids to or give access to the fresh local foods in our area to the students in their lunches, snacks every day, but that they get to try new things. So it's really awesome to be able to give them a different kind of melon or a different kind of vegetable that they had never experienced before. And a lot of these fruits and vegetables that the schools are receiving are produce that the farmers love to grow. And not only fruits and vegetables, but locally produced meats and fresh milk and eggs. So it's really awesome to highlight small agriculture in Cochise County and bring that fresh produce to the students and every day.
One word to describe Cochise Farm to School program is fun. By far, we have the most fun program in the state. Obviously, you can get your food and your vegetables, but everything we do is fun. If we're gonna do carrots, they should be purple carrots. If we're gonna do pumpkins, let's do white pumpkins. If we're gonna do fruit, let's do fun, exotic things, strawberry, dates, things like that. And an average day in the Farm to School program, it's really gonna depend where you are in the program. For some of us who are farmers, it looks like spending your day out in the field. For some of us who are in the cafeterias, it's gonna look like integrating these fresh new crops into exciting meal plans. And for some of us in administration, it's gonna mean working on crafty ways as far as menu planning to make sure that we can integrate these crops in a way that's financially sustainable and fits with the culturally appropriate meals of our communities.
Absolutely. The feedback that I've gotten from a lot of the lunch ladies is that the kids absolutely love the fruits and they are so curious and excited to try new vegetables. We were even able to deliver some Wagyu beef grown out in Portal to one of the schools, and the kids absolutely loved it.
Yeah, so what's coming next would be, number one, we're gonna increase our nutritional ed efforts. We would like to start a campaign of sending the mobile market out to schools to do mock shopping experiences. And then probably most exciting going into the spring is we plan to invest in at least 10 different school gardens throughout the community. That way, going into spring, we can get the kids out there, hopefully growing a lot of their own food.
And right now we're serving 7 school districts. So we're excited to be able to add more schools and more districts into the program as the year goes on.
Parents, if you're out there and you want to see Farm to School implemented in your district, please reach out to the co-op, reach out to ESA, and we'll make it happen. There's a couple easy ways for the community to get involved. Number one would be shop at the co-op. By shopping at the co-op and supporting local farms, we're keeping our producers in business. That way they can supply to the schools. Number two would be reach out and get on our volunteer list. We do have a list of projects that we're looking to get some community labor for, including implement some of these school gardens. Finally, if you want to support as well, one of the things we need for the schools are healthy snacks. And right now, it takes about 3 years to establish fruit-bearing trees. So if you have trees that are producing that aren't being used, please reach out to the co-op and we'll send our gleaning team out there. We can harvest the fruit, we'll pay the homeowner, and then we'll get those integrated directly into your local school. Reach out to Jillian, info at the local co-op. She can get you set up for produce safety training through the state AZDA. Once you get your safety training, there's very few rules as far as food safety is concerned. And as long as you meet those basic requirements, we would love to have you growing for the program. And one additional thing I would like to say is I'm extremely proud of this program. It is a community-led endeavor amongst the farmers, the co-op, ESA, the county health department. A lot of times you see where you need the state to come in, USDA come in to get these things going. I could not be more proud of our stakeholders for getting this thing going. And I expect us to be the most successful program in Arizona by the end of the year.